This is the brand new factory of the future, based in Ulm, called the Cube. This is the whole building. And what I can say is you are invited. Maybe the next weeks or month you would like to come around, have a look, have a demo, and get in contact with the Bosch experts. Today, we would like to get in contact with you as well, so therefore we use the platform. And let me show you some maybe important things. On the left side, you see speakers and agenda where you can get information like the CVs of the speakers. And then you see chat. Yeah, we would like to welcome you in the chat, means just hit the button and then you should confirm that you are visible, because if you're visible you can get in contact with other participants, you can set up calls, video calls or meetings, and you just have to accept the conditions. Okay, and here you see if you would like to talk with experts today, this is possible as well. Just hit on talk to our experts. The blue button on the bottom is maybe interesting as well, because if you close the window with the live stream, you can start it at any time again with the blue button. And next to it, you see the button Ask. If you have any question, just push it and ask your question, and we will try to make sure that we have at any session a question and answer part, that we have a look into the questions and ask window. If you have technical issues, have a look at this corner. There's this little arrow and you can get in contact with our colleagues just to manage that you can take part. And you see we would like to have many possibilities to get in contact, and there is another one because we turn it around and sometimes we would like to ask you questions and would like to get information about your experiences. Oh, I could demonstrate that now. We do now a poll, which is the question: what is the status of digitalization in your company? 4 options, you just can pick one. Option number 1 is we haven't yet started. Option 2 is we have only just started, 1 year or less. 3, we are in the middle of transformation. And 4, we have implemented the largest part of our digitalization measures. So just vote now, and we will see live the result. I can't believe that at the moment. Oh, yeah, now we get live data. That's great. So 9% we haven't yet started. And most of you said we are in the middle of transformation. That's very interesting. Oh, we have some changes there. I can promise we will come back during this web summit to these results. That was only a try and a demo, but we will of course talk about that. So before we talk about the content, I would like to welcome on stage maybe the most important person today, because please welcome now with me the CEO of Bosch Connected Industry. Here is the host of the summit, Sven Hamann.
Thank you, Johannes.
Hi, Sven.
For being our moderator today and for guiding us through the event. We work together since several years, and I highly appreciate your insight and your genuine curiosity for the topic.
Thank you very much.
The motto for today's NEXEEDit Summit is unblock the future. Digital transformation, learn from the best. And we invited many speakers from business, from science, from production, who will share with us their insights and their experience on digital transformation in manufacturing and logistics. And we will give you the opportunity to sharpen, to review, and to extend your vision and strategy for digitalization in your company. 1 year ago, when we met at the first NEXEEDit Summit, we were all in an extreme situation like we have never experienced it before. We were in the middle of the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. And we had to keep our factories running at completely new framework conditions. And at the same time, we had to safeguard health of our employees. And in the NEXEEDit Summit, we showed you how Bosch and other companies cope with this challenge using digitalization in manufacturing and logistics. For example, the digital daily morning meeting. The morning meeting is an essential element of the Bosch production system, where a multidisciplinary team comes together every morning. They talk on improvements, incidents, they plan the next steps, and they do the handover between the shifts. And with the digital morning meeting, we support the team by supplying the latest data and thereby decrease significantly the efforts for data collection, data preparation. And we guide the teams through the meeting with dashboards, so they have a very structured and efficient meeting. And during the pandemic, we were able to keep these meetings up because we could do them in a virtual way. So the team was distributed. Part of the team was working from home, part was sitting in the office, and only a small group was still working at the machine. But we could keep this close and efficient collaboration. And how does the situation look now, 1 year later? And I had a look at a lot of different surveys on economic outview, and they are all very encouraging and confident. So here's an example of a survey done with 500 companies, and more than 80% of them see IoT digitalization as a core priority for their business. And even half of them plan to increase the amount of projects they want to do with IoT compared to what they planned before the crisis. And nearly all of them plan to increase the budget, the investment they want to do in IoT. So we are really taking here now the next steps in the digitalization of manufacturing and logistics. And I would like to give you now insights on how we at Bosch drive the digitalization of our value streams. And we there follow a 5-step approach. So the first step is the digitalization and connectivity. So we make the data transparent and accessible from the machines and from the processes. And in a second step, we convert this data into information by adding meaning to it with semantic data modeling. And then we model knowledge, for example, by involving domain experts or creating new knowledge with artificial intelligence or a combination of both. And based on this knowledge, we are then able to react on events in an adequate interaction. So for example, based on the health status of a machine, we can reschedule the maintenance. Or based on the preview of the availability from material, we can dynamically optimize the intralogistics. And in the 5th step, we model intelligence in the idea of autonomous systems. So self-adopting machines, self-optimizing machines who are constantly improving and adopting to changing requirements in the production. So unfortunately, this is the iceberg model. So what I showed you is just the tip of the iceberg. The much bigger part lies below the waterline. But these are the basics and the prerequisites to gain the benefits out of digitalization. And there is expertise and teamwork. So we have to bring together interdisciplinary teams. For example, data scientists with domain experts. And only if they work closely together, we can create benefit. And it's about involving the people in a very early stage of the digital transformation to give them the opportunity to shape the transformation and giving the opportunity to grow with training and qualification programs. It's about creating a spirit of lifelong learning. And I'm not only talking here about the people from the shop floor, I talk about everybody, including the management. There's a Bosch production system in the idea of lean production, which is still the basis for all optimization we do in our value stream. And the new technology, Industry 4.0, they support us in implementing it even more efficient. Modular platform architecture that allows us to scale our solutions over all plants and warehouses worldwide. And it gives us the flexibility to adapt to different requirements and needs. For example, based on the maturity level of plants and organizational units, and also depending on the domain. So if you look at Bosch, for example, automotive compared to industrial technology, compared to household appliances and others. It's about standard interfaces. So we strongly believe in open system and open interfaces to optimize the value chain cross-company borders. And we reject any kind of closed system approach or proprietary systems. And based on this open approach, we define our data strategy and standards. We are highly engaged in associations like the Open Manufacturing Platform, Industrial Digital Twin Association, Catena X, and there we contribute with solutions, open source solutions, for semantic data modeling to foster this open approach. And it's about standardized IT systems as one of the biggest levers for cost reduction, gaining speed, and increasing the availability of our systems. So now the key question is, which of your production lines meet all those requirements? And we ask us the same question at Bosch, and therefore we launched a breakthrough innovation, the Bosch Manufacturing and Logistics Platform. And the Bosch Manufacturing and Logistics Platform is set to become the icebreaker for the digitalization of our value streams in production and logistics on a worldwide level. It's a cutting-edge IT strategy and infrastructure for 240 plants worldwide. It is based on NEXEEDit Industrial Application System, which is a solution from Bosch Connected Industry, and it significantly increases the efficiency of our value streams. So now, to the point today, we will give you answers on important and urgent questions on digitalization in manufacturing and logistics. We will have a masterclass on how we implement the Bosch Manufacturing and Logistics Platform and what benefits we gain out of this approach. This will be held to you by Andreas Müller and Ulrich Behner. We will have a look on trust in the digital supply chain. Christoph Peilo will answer the question, what is digital trust and how does it support us in building up digital supply chains? And we will have a look how we can involve stronger people in the digital transformation. And among others, Katrin Suder will give us an insight on digital transformation and the responsibility of involving people there. And now there's one more topic, and you may have the impression that it was less present during the pandemic, but it has not lost any of its importance and urgency. We talk about sustainability. And we at Bosch highly believe that social and ecological balance is needed for successful operations in the midterm and long term. And therefore Bosch already reached the CO2 neutrality in 2020 for all our factories, warehouses and development sites worldwide. And digitalization is contributing to that. For example, with retrofitting existing lines and thereby opening new opportunities for optimization and waste reduction. It's about reduction of energy consumption, for example, implementing energy efficiency solutions. And it's about optimizing the logistic operations. And we will have today an inspirational speech from Alexandra Palt looking at leadership, responding to climate protection and sustainability. So I personally have a very optimistic and confident view on the future. There are a lot of opportunities outside there. It's on us to take the challenge and the responsibility to shape the future of the digitalization in manufacturing and logistics. So let's unblock the future together now.